this is a collection of Bunz's poems which I edited, or selected really is more appropriate. It's called A Night Out with Robert Bunz, and it was Jamie Bing, who's an editor at Canongate Books in London, said, we'd love you to do an edition of Bunz. And we were in a bar and it was late, and I said, I'll do it, and I'll write, as it were, little essays beside each poem or whatever you want, if you guarantee that you put a copy into every school in Scotland. And drunkenly he agreed. So there is a copy of this book in every single school in Scotland, unthumbed, I have to tell you. I've looked, but they are there. It made me feel some sense of, social purpose or something. But Robert Bunz is a great freedom-loving poet, and I won't give you a lecture on him, much as I'd love to on Bunz Day night. But there's a perfect marriage of fellowship and the romantic spirit in Bunz. He has what the aforementioned Keats had, and something else too, which is a love of enjoyment, a tremendous sense of communion between the human imagination and the landscape that it can walk through. He is a nature poet to some extent, but also a poet fascinated by the human passions. So he's a drinker and a lover, something tremendously sort of tender about his imagination. And I just want to read two poems. The first will give you the tender, and the second might give you a little more of his political jaggedness. This is called A Fond Kiss. I would sing it if I could, but it's too early and I don't have any whiskey. A fond kiss, and then we sever. A farewell, and then forever. Deep in heart-wrung tears I'll pledge thee. Warring sighs and groans I'll wage thee. Who shall say that fortune grieves him, while the star of hope she leaves him? Me, nay, cheerful twinkle lights me. Dark despair around benights me. I'll ne'er blame my partial fancy. Nothing could resist my Nancy. But to see her was to love her. Love but her, and love forever. Had we never loved say kindly, had we never loved say blindly, never met or never parted, we would ne'er be broken-hearted. Fare thee weel, my first and fairest. Fare thee weel, thou best and dearest. Thine be ilka joy and treasure, peace, enjoyment, love, and pleasure. A fond kiss, and then we sever. A farewell, alas, forever. Deep in heart-wrung tears I'll pledge thee. Warring sighs and groans I'll wage thee. If there's a better love song than that, to hand, I'd love to hear it. It's the essence of an absolutely stirring human spirit, and of course, the Scots language gets an airing, if ever it did. The next one is hard, right? So just go with me. You won't get half the words, and there is a glossary at the back, so if any of you are particularly keen, you can come and have a look later. But I just want you to hear the dance of this language, okay? It's just a laugh, and it's Bunz night. So this is his brilliant poem, To a Mouse. He addresses a mouse that was turned up by his plough. As you probably know, Bunz was a ploughman. They're rather patronisingly described by the Edinburgh literati as the heaven-taught ploughman. So the heaven-taught ploughman, whilst at his work in 1785, turned a mouse's nest up with his plough, and looking at this mouse's nest, an unhoused mouse, moved him to this political poem. Brace yourselves. Wee, sleeket, coor and timorous beastie. Oh, what a panic's in thy breastie. Thou needna start away sae hasty wi bickering brattle. I would be laith to run and chase thee wi murdering pattle. I'm truly sorry. Man's dominion has broken nature's social union and justifies that ill opinion which makes thee startle at me, thy poor earth-born companion and fellow mortal. I doubt na whiles, but thou may thieve. What then, poor beastie, thou maun live? A daemon icker in a thrave, sae small request. I'll get a blessing with a lave and never miss it. Thy wee bit hoosie, too, in ruin. It silly was, the winds are strewn, and nothing now to big a new ane o' foggage green, and bleak December's winds ensuing, baith snell and keen. Thou saw the fields laid bare and wast, and weary winter coming fast, and cosy here beneath the blast thou thought to dwell. Till crash, the cruel coulter passed, out through thy cell. That wee bit heap o' leaves and stibble has cost thee mony a weary nibble. Now thou's turned out for all thy trouble, but hoose or hauled to thole the winter's sleety dribble, and Cranrich called. But Moosie, thou art no thy lane, in proven foresight may be vain. The best laid schemes o' mice and men gang afterglay, but lees not but grief and pain for promised joy. Still, thou art blessed compared with me. The present only touches thee, but och, I backward cast my ee on prospects drear, and forward, though I canna see, I guess and fear.